Hey YouTube, it's Luke Salzer. Today I'm going to show you guys how I made my Spider-Man costume.
So the first part of the costume to even get started is to get a base lycra suit. So I got mine off of Print Costume. It's a very good website. I use the custom suit, so it's custom to all my dimensions when I ordered the costume. Height, weight, the waist, torso, arm size, all that kind of thing all went to the costume. Once I got the costume, I wanted to make sure I had a good face shell, so I started to 3D print that with an Ender 3 and also 3D print the lenses for it. And after it was printed, I just finished it up a little bit by sanding it, cut it so it fit my head better, and also fit with the mask and blended into it itself better. And then after I combined the top and the bottom with a face shell and fit the lenses to it, I added the magnets for the lenses to fit onto the face shell over the mask, so I didn't really have to mess it up or do anything like that. And it was pretty simple doing it. I just used hot glue at the time and made sure the poles of the magnets matched up, so when you put it together it fits nice and right. And after you get the face shell done with the lenses, next up is puffy painting. And when you puffy paint, it's really important that you go slow and you take your time in doing it. As I started off with the mask because honestly this is my first time ever puffy painting, so I didn't know where to start. So I just started there and I just went ahead at it. And I'm very happy with how the puffy paint worked out. When I got my mask, I actually got a detached one. Well, actually I got two detached ones because I wanted an extra one. And with the extra one, that's the one I puff painted first to make sure I knew what I was doing, and then I moved on to the one I want to use for the final suit. The only tip I have for puffy painting really is just go slow, make sure you have the right color match that you want. Okay, so the puffy paint I used for this was the Tulip Metallics Black one. Try to get that in focus. So this is the puffy paint I used for most of the costume, actually for all the costume. And it came out really good on the final costume.
Again, with the puff paint, I used it to also do the emblems, so that's for the emblems on the chest and emblems on the back. Obviously I use a red puff paint since with the TASM 2 suit, he has a red emblem on the back like most classic Spider-Man suits do. When doing different parts of the costume, I just wanted to make sure that the costume was stretched out so it didn't mess up the puff paint when I actually do enter the suit. So it was slightly stretched out, but I did take it too far with one of my feet where I stretched it too far out, put the puff paint on, and now when I wear it, it's a little too stretched out and it's stretching it even though my foot's not fully filling the foot part of the costume. And after I finished puff painting the costume, I wanted to finish up the face shell, so that meant putting the lenses in. I used this mesh material that I got at Amazon for PC fans, but it works very well. I just painted it white since I got it black for the size I wanted, and it worked out pretty well. And then I also modified the mask that I did have with new lenses since I didn't really like how it was looking. It looked a little too, I don't know, it didn't look right. It didn't look TASM 2 enough. So I got a new file, printed those out, and I just finished those up the way I did the first ones. As you can see here, the comparison between lens 1 and lens 2, it's night and day. It just looks so much better than the first lens. So after that, the mask looks way better now. And the last part of the costume is the shoes. With the shoes, I got these slippers from Walmart, and I just took apart the uppers to get the outsole separate and the upper separate. I didn't want to buy kung fu shoes or shoes people use for other Spider-Man costumes to keep their shape, so I ended up using these uppers inside the suit so you can't just see my toes wiggling around. And then once I got all that separated, I put down some glue onto the shoes, and then I stepped into the shoes and made sure those had a good contact. And now it's time to see the suit. Alright, and this is how the suit's turned out. I really like how it looks. The file I got was pretty good. I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but I got it for free off the RPF from the reputable prop forum. Yeah. And I'll try to put the link if I can find it down below. It's a pretty good file, and I think it came out really good. It's called the puff painting looks good. It obviously could be better. Spots where I like blotched up or I mess it up here and there, but in all, like, I really like how it came out. And I'm gonna throw on the mask so you can see that too. And this is the costume with the mask on. I really like how the lenses came out after I redid them, and I just tucked in it's a removable mask, so I just tucked it into the neck, and I think it blends in pretty good. But I really do like how the suit turned out. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys liked it or if it helped you out, please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week when I show you guys how to make another cool thing.